Jessica, how could I ever come up with just one favorite memory with you? Well, we got to live together for 2 years, and basically those 2 years were just one big ball of favorite memories, from kickboxing class to just our adventures with 311 and spring break, our late night dance parties. We had so much fun. I think one of the highlights had to be when we had to quickly come up with a solution for your, I think they were sandals that were not allowed at the very first BYU Idaho dance we went to. And the solution ended up being newspaper and turning them into like these funny combat boot newspaper shoes that they did let you into the dance for. But really like the best 2 years. So many fun memories.
Hi, Jessica. A few memories I have of you and me together are, first of all, growing up and you coming into my room and me putting on dances for you, and you would just lay on my bed and just make me feel like I was the greatest dancer ever. I also remember multiple times switching rooms and moving our furniture in and out, and of course sharing clothes. Some of those memories were good and others were not so good if I stole your clothes, of course, without being asked.
My favorite memory of my mom is when we played a game of charades with the family, and she's very funny.
Hi, I have lots of favorite memories of Jessica. I'll share two. The first one is when she was a child. She liked to play baby dolls, not necessarily house, but she wanted to have a real baby doll. So we would try different dolls and found one that she was happy with, except for the fact that it wasn't heavy. It didn't feel like a real baby. So we proceeded to, or she proceeded to find things that were heavy to poke inside this baby. She'd wrap it with ankle weight, anything that would make it feel like a real baby. And when she got it where it felt like a real baby, she would carry this baby everywhere. And she took it up to visit Grandma Barton one summer, and apparently there was an issue at the airport when they x-rayed all of her belongings, and inside this baby were all kind of metal things. So they opened it up and found out what it was. And so that this shows that Jessica likes real things, she likes authentic things, and it manifests itself today in her love of real plants. She doesn't like fake ones, so she's very authentic and likes real things. And the next one memory is when her and I drove to Colorado. We were going to a wedding, and she was willing to drive with me. So we were talking, and then we obviously took a wrong turn or didn't make the right turn and ended up in Durango. We thought, oh, this is pretty cool. So we ate dinner and shopped, and we looked on the GPS and found another way to get to our destination. So it was starting to get dark, so we decided we better go. Well, little did we know we were on this highway that on one side was a steep mountain, and then the other side, it was dark, couldn't see, but all we know that it was a drop-off, and there were deer everywhere. And so we were doing hairpin turns and going, and then we found a place where we could pull off a little bit, and we switched, and so Jessica drove. And then after we got there, we realized that people were like, you went that way? That ended up being $1 million highway, and then when we looked online, it was like crazy. It was steep drop-offs, and so we're like, oh my goodness. So anyway, that's a fun memory that I have with Jessica.
My favorite memory with Mom is when I was sick or something, she would always come in and I'll ask her to tell me stories that happened in her life, and they were like always be like interesting and when she was a kid, and it was just super cool.
One of my favorite memories with my mom is when anytime she just starts dancing or gets into a dance move or something, just because it's so unexpected and hilarious.
Hey Jessica, how are you? It's your favorite brother-in-law here, just to shower you with compliments and talk about all of my awesome memories that I have with you. First one that I wanted to talk about, or really one of the ones I wanted to talk about was volleyball, playing volleyball, sand volleyball with you and Nick. We did that once up in at Aspen Grove once as couples, and then I remember playing on the beach, doing some sand volleyball there. I also remember going out to dinner with you and Nick at that Thai food place out in Tempe. These are all really good memories that I have with you.
One of my favorite memories of Jessica is I will always remember seeing her in her wedding dress on her wedding day at the grounds where they were taking pictures, and just how beautiful she looked and how radiant and how happy Nick looked as well. It was just a joyful time.
Well, I am happy to make this video for Jessica. I just adore her. If I were to talk about one of my favorite memories with Jessica, it was definitely when they were first married and moved into their first house in Salt Lake. And we were there for a weekend shortly after they moved in. And she was so great about just kind of letting me help her decorate and unpack and organize. And it was awesome. She was just so fun and so excited to get pictures on the wall and get her house looking like a home. And ever since, we love talking about decorating, and I know we can drive other people crazy sometimes because we like the details and we can go over them 15 times to make sure that it's the right shape, the right size, the right color. And I don't think it bores her. It certainly doesn't bore me. I love to talk to her about decorating, so that's always a fun memory.
Okay, so favorite memory of my mom probably would be her dancing, because it's always funny when she dances.
One of my favorite memories with Jessica would probably be our wedding day. I've got several favorite memories, but this one in particular had me nervous, but then also exhilarated at the same time, because we were supposed to meet at the temple grounds at 11 o'clock. And it's August, it's kind of warm, and we're there to do for the wedding, because we did photos the week before. And I started getting nervous when, this is at a time when cell phones weren't all that common. I think I was borrowing a cell phone. So I was concerned that I had no idea where she was. 11:15, 11:20, 11:30. What's that? This is wedding, like what? This is the day. Like today is the day. I finally get a call. They're on their way. They had some issues. I think it was nails or dress or something, but they're definitely on their way. And then when she arrived, it was one of those, just an immense amount of relief and calm and just exhilaration that she's there and ready to be a huge part of my life.
She didn't stand you up?
She did not stand me up. Although all things were pointing that way. I wasn't all that nervous. I didn't have any of that like feeling of like she's not going to come. But it was starting to creep in. It was starting to like maybe like a little bit.
One trait about my mom is that she's never satisfied. Like if something could be better, she would always try to make it perfect and just better.
The one trait or quality that I feel is a huge strength of hers and complements one of my weaknesses is just constant action. Her ability to be relentlessly pursuing, being engaged, being active, and it doesn't matter the time of day, doesn't matter the circumstances, none of that weighs into her willingness, ability, and pursuit to be in action. I get too caught up in feeling like not a good time, or it's a waste, or I don't have enough time to complete it. Like none of those thoughts even come into her mind. It's always about getting things done and being in action. And it's one that I just admire of her willingness, her ability to just, whether it's productive, efficient, none of that matters. It's just being in action. And I do see a huge amount of what makes her unique, what makes her so valuable, not only to us, but also with Redfin and her real estate agents and our family, obviously, and the church callings. That commitment to being in action is what I admire the most.
And a character trait of hers is she's very determined, but the most thing that I admire about her is her love of the Savior and her testimony of Jesus Christ, and her willingness and always want to do what's right.
One of the qualities that I find most impressive about you, Jessica, is your diligence in researching things and looking things up and just being like very, very, very dedicated to whatever it is that you're into. You're super dedicated.
Favorite trait of my mom is she's very hardworking and kind. And favorite one probably is she's just always funny. She's always cracking jokes.
My favorite trait about her is probably very funny and positive, kind.
And one of my favorite traits about my mom is how hardworking she is and dedicated she is to something when like, she has a task, and which inspires me and drives me to get my stuff done and make sure I work hard and stuff.
As far as a trait or quality that I really admire about her, I feel like she makes everyone feel loved. She is so, she's not judgmental. She has no guile. I feel like she is just pure goodness, and that comes through in her countenance and the way she treats other people. I love her for that.
Jessika, something I admire about you is your determination. You've always seemed to be somebody who, when you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. Like, you are just driven and really good at getting what you want out of life. I love that about you.
A trait or quality that I admire in you is that you are very hardworking and you're focused, and you like to spend time researching and making sure you are making the best decision. And I admire that about you.
A trait that I admire in Jessika is that she is up for anything. Any game, anything that we're going to do, she's up for it, and she's enthusiastic.
It goes electric wavy when relentless. She can get fixated on something. She can have an idea or a goal or a thing that then can easily consume all her thoughts and all her efforts and energies and to explore it, like just to be in either a creative mode or just a curiosity mode where it is an itch that needs to be scratched, and she is relentlessly pursuing it. And I've seen it time and time again, and it's one of the things I think allowed her to be so successful in school, because she could be she could study for hours, forget to eat, forget just the ability that I could never be in one space and not think about other things or be distracted or feel like there's other things, like I'm done with this, I'm less productive on this thing, it's not to be productive over here. She can be locked in and just in pursuit of whatever project, assignment, test prep, whatever it might be, she could be locked in.
If I were to describe Jessika in one word, it would probably be outgoing. She would always make sure everything's okay and everything's going good.
And how do I describe her in one word is very unique.
If I could put one word to Jessika, it would be vivacious. I think vivacious just wraps up all of the fun and energy and life that you bring to any group that you're with, and I love it. It's just contagious.
And then if I describe my mom in one word, it would be queen, because everything must be treated and clean. Everything must be cleaned, and she always treats everyone with respect, and that's why she's Queen Jess.
If I were to say one word to describe her, I would say steadfast. I think she's just firm in purpose and unwavering, and she sets a goal and she reaches it, and she has an idea and she makes it happen. And I just think that focus and that diligence has also impacted her kids and Nick in a positive way. I think they're a great team that way, and they are very goal oriented, and I just love that about her.
If I could describe you in one word, there'd be many words, but if I had to choose one, this very moment, I would choose tenacious.
We'll describe her in one word, probably energetic.
Something about Jessika is she's very detail oriented. She gets to be focused on certain things, and she pays attention to small details, and she's very much a double checker. She'll double check the door's locked, double check things. She's a double checker.
To describe Jessika in one word is very difficult. I don't know that I can think of one word that just totally describes her, except maybe versatile. She seems to be able to do anything.
One word to describe you is sister, because I'm so lucky to have a sister like you, and I hope you have a wonderful 40th birthday. I love you.
On the way to the city.
Happy birthday. I am sure you're surrounded by so many amazing people today celebrating with you the big 40. I can't believe it's been 20 years since we shared a room in college, and it's been so fun to see what you and Nick have created with your life, and I'm always impressed with how you're living your life and the people that you attract into your life, and you're just amazing, and you know I love you, and I'm grateful that we're still in each other's lives and we can still laugh about experiences we've had so long ago, and it just feels like yesterday. So I just wanted to say happy birthday. I hope that you are having a fabulous day, and I'm thinking about you, and I can't wait to the next time we have our girls reunion, and I look forward to that. So love ya.
Hey Jessika, happy birthday! Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're 40. I am so happy I met you. You're the most awesome roommate, the most awesome friend, lifelong friend now at this point. I wish you all the happiness in the world. I'm so just excited that we've kept in touch all these years, and I wish you nothing more than the best for your 40th, and I love you, and we need another roommate reunion ASAP. Love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
I have so many fond memories of you and will always cherish our time together and our reunion that we got to have finally after, what was it, 20 years? And I hope you have the greatest, happiest birthday. You are such a good friend, and I love you. You are one of my favorite people on the planet. Happy birthday, Jessika.
Just want to wish you a happy birthday, Mom, and I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Jessika. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. You deserve it, and just have a great time.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mom.
I just want to wish my mom a happy birthday.
And again, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, let you know I love you. You're a great sister-in-law, so thank you. Happy birthday.
We love you, and we love having you as a part of this family.
Happy birthday, Jessika. We love you.
Happy 40th birthday, Jessika. I hope you have a wonderful day.
So I want to wish her a very happy birthday, and I love you, Jessika, with all my heart. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Jessika.
Happy birthday, Aunt Jessika. We love you.
We love you. We love you, babe. We love you.
So I just want to wish you a happy birthday, Jessika. I'm so grateful you're my daughter-in-law. I feel very blessed to have you in the family. Happy birthday.
Probably that I admire her. I admire so many of her qualities and skills that make her unique. I think she I know a lot of women do this, but will downplay or feel like they don't have enough, they're not worthy, or they're not enough. And I think for what I would really like Jessika to know, and maybe what I don't say enough, is how much I do admire her, how much I do appreciate and acknowledge the strengths and really what she provides with the family, what she brings to the table. We have, with our 4 boys and all the things going on, it's easy for her to feel like the odd one out, but she's not, and we, as a family, all of us absolutely adore her and appreciate her around. Happy 40th birthday, my love. I wish you the very best day and want you to know how much I love and appreciate you.
That's where